Good morning, friends. Carrie from down in Texas talking about our vice presidential Democratic candidate. And we are revisiting her failed policies. We've gone through all of them, and now we're going to go through them again. We're going to go through them until we get to the election, so we can make sure that we are getting this information to as many people as possible who may not know. And there's a lot. There's a lot because Vice President Harris hasn't even told us what her plan is. She just keeps saying it's a priority. Well, that's okay. But what are you going to do about it? How are you going to fix all of these problems? Just promising doesn't mean diddly. What are your plans? How are you going to fix it? The first big failed policy is, of course, the cost of everything. I mean, everything. Food, clothes, gasoline, insurance, travel, kids' expenses, medical deductibles, medical insurance. I mean, I can go on and on. This is the worst inflation since the Great Depression. And you would have to be an absolute idiot to think you were better off today than you were 4 years ago. The average two-person household spends $200 a week, if you're lucky, on the basic necessities of food. That's $800 a month just for the basic necessities. That's not big shopping that you need to do every month that we all know about for our household. The middle class is drowning in the cost of everything. We are living on credit cards because the majority of us are running out of funds because the cost of everything has gone up. Every single thing in our household has gone up. And our disposable leftover income after we pay all the bills is now negative. So how are you going to fix this? How are you going to fix it? What steps are you going to take to fix this awful economy that we are in? And I don't want to hear, it's going to be my priority. Well, it damn well better be a priority, but how are you going to fix it? What steps specifically are you going to take to fix this horrible economy? I don't want to hear platitudes. I don't want to hear your word salads that you spit out. I want specific details on how you are going to fix our horrible economy. I don't know that you can do it. You certainly haven't done it so far. All you've done is take Trump ideas. And all you've done is changed your positions in the last 10 days. You're changing them so fast that it's like the wind. Who can keep up with what you're saying today? The economy is in the state that it is in because of your leadership and Joe Biden's leadership. It is not anybody else's fault. You have been in charge for almost 4 years. So your constant excuse claiming it's somebody else's fault, give me a break. That's just irrational thought processes, and you will say and do anything with your mechanism of propaganda, the national news, to spin it any way you can possibly spin it so it's not your fault. It is your fault. Your fault. Our failed and our horrible economy is your fault. You have been in charge for almost 4 years. So I'd like to know step by step, what is your plan? Not just, it's going to be my priority day one. Well, duh, no shit, Sherlock. What are your plans? Step by step, lay them out, and let us know how you're going to fix this horrible economy. We can't take another 4 years of this. I personally know 3 people 3 entities that are filing bankruptcy because they cannot make ends meet. These are hard-working individuals who are doing everything right, being law-abiding citizens, paying their taxes, doing everything right, and they cannot make it. They cannot make it, and it's a disgrace, and this is on you. Nobody else. You and Joe Biden. Let that sink in for a minute. Your policies are destroying American families financially. And you know, when financial stress invades a family, it has a tendency to tear that family apart. That's what's happening. You are tearing American families apart because they cannot make ends meet. And unless you're in the top 10% of this society, the really rich, you have to worry about every single thing you buy. And pray nothing else happens that's going to drastically change what is already a catastrophe financially for the American public. What are your plans, Vice President Harris, to fix this horrible economy that you and Joe Biden have caused the American people? It's a simple question that demands answers. If you can't even answer these questions, you have no business even considering running for president. I'll be real interested to see if you can actually answer the question. And let's make sure that we're getting this out to as many people as we can, so everybody starts to ask her this same question. How are you going to improve our economy? Step by step, what are you going to do? Let's go, people. We got to make sure that we continue to do this until we get to November, until we get to the election, and we make sure that Donald Trump is reelected. I can't take another 4 years of this horrible, horrible economy. Can you?